Hello, good people. Welcome to the Action Bible Journey, this epic expedition where we're traveling through the entire Bible in under 1 year. Now, today it's day 197 of that wonderful journey, and today we're reading about the swarm, the tear, and the spirit. So, we're reading the book of Joel today, and there's our light read. Yeah, we're going to read the entire book. So, we're going to read the summary, and that's going to be, and there's a theme for the summary. It says, a national fast and the promise of Pentecost. So we also can keep in the back of our minds a flip note, the 5-second theology that tells us what it's all about. It says, God will restore the years that the locusts have eaten. So let's read this summary together. Joel opens with a disaster scenario. A massive plague of locusts has descended like a stripping machine, decimating the land. Joel tells the drunkards to weep because the new wine is gone. The fields are ruined, the ground dried up, and the cattle moan for lack of pasture. It is a total ecological and economic collapse caused by the relentless insect army. Joel uses this physical crisis to point to a spiritual reality. The day of the Lord is coming. He describes a coming army more terrifying than the insects. A great nation covering the mountains like dawn. Before them, the land is like Eden, but behind them, a desert. As they march, the earth shakes and the sun and moon are darkened. But right in the middle of this prediction, the Lord offers an off-ramp. Return to me with all your heart. He gives a specific instruction. Rend your heart and not your garments. He desires internal brokenness rather than a public show. Joel calls for a sacred assembly. The priests blow the trumpet in the Zion to gather everyone, elders, children, even the nursing infants. Even the newlyweds must pause their honeymoon for this prayer meeting. The priests are to weep between the portico and the altar, begging God to spare his people so the nations will not mock them. And then comes the pivot point. Then the Lord was jealous for his land and took pity on his people. God promises to drive the invading army away. He tells the soil not to be afraid and makes a stunning promise regarding the lost time. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. The silos will be filled with grain, and the vats will overflow. The restoration extends beyond agriculture to the spiritual. God declares, and afterward I will pour out my spirit on all people. This blessing will not be limited to the elites. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your old men will dream dreams, your young men will see visions. Even on servants, God will pour out his spirit, a democratization of his presence accompanied by wonders in the heavens. This book concludes with a vision of judgment in the valley of Jehoshaphat. God gathers the nations who scattered his people, and he challenges them to beat their plowshares into swords, reversing Isaiah's peace prophecy, and come to fight. But the harvest is ripe. Joel sees multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near. The Lord roars from Zion, becoming a refuge for his people, while the mountains drip with new wine. Then the key verse for today is from Joel 2, verse 25. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. Good people, then today, as we wrap up, let's end with reflecting through actions. Firstly, in the ordered portion, let's write down as we do a self-reflection, and then let's confess the prayer out loud to the Lord. Then, by affirming the truth, let's anchor our faith once again. And in today's mission, the Rend Your Heart fast. Good people, let's do it well. And I'll see you again tomorrow for our next reading.